He was genuinely just a good person.
New information about the victims killed in a Bradenton double murder as deputies reveal where the suspect could be hiding.
Plus, the latest developments in a water rescue off of Lido Beach.
And more outcry after an argument over a parking spot ends in a deadly shooting in Clearwater. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Adam Cellini.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Scott Dennis has the evening off. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news this hour, new details in a double homicide in Bradenton that left 2 teens dead over the weekend.
Deputies telling us they believe there was a 4th person at the location of the deadly shooting off Cortez Road. ABC7's Erica Jackson joins us live from the crime scene to share some of these new developments. Erica?
Jacqueline, Adam, good evening. Manatee County deputies do not believe the fatal shootings of Caleb Bowman and Kamundry Pittman were random. Now, a friend of one of those teens is speaking out about his death.
It's really hard to understand that your friend can kind of just disappear.
Zach Watson can't comprehend how his friend Caleb Bowman was here one moment and gone the next.
The kid had a lot of potential. It's really tragic that somebody just takes it away like that.
Deputies believe that someone could be 17-year-old Joe Clerjusti, wanted for murder in connection to the fatal shooting of Bowman and 18-year-old Kamundry Pittman.
It could have just been simple confrontation. It could have been a bump in the shoulder.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office has not yet released an official motive in the case, but believe a disagreement, likely over drugs, led to the shootings.
What we're doing right now is trying to corroborate all of the stories to make sure that everyone is telling us basically the truth.
According to court documents, Clerjusti was charged with a misdemeanor earlier this year, and Bowman was under probation after entering a 2017 plea deal for possession of marijuana with intent to sell. The sheriff's office tells us there was a 4th person involved in the case, calling that person a witness. And now the search is on to find Clerjusti, who deputies believe is still in the area.
We think it's only a matter of time before we catch up with him.
Watson says he wants his friend to be remembered as a genuine, caring person who always made sure his friends got home safe.
Just sucks to realize that Caleb will never get that, hey, did you make it home safe?
Now, we spoke to a family friend of Kamundry Pittman off camera. She said that Pittman was the oldest sibling in his family and the glue that held everyone together. Reporting live in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. Manatee County Crime Stoppers is offering a $3,000 reward for information leading to Clerjusti's arrest. Anyone with information is asked to call 866-634-TIPS.
We saw it here first just a couple of hours ago. We have new video into our newsroom tonight about a water rescue off Lido Beach. Here's what we know so far. A spokesperson for Sarasota County Fire telling us 3 people were pulled from the water at the beach off Ben Franklin Drive, a 10-year-old boy, a 40-year-old man, and a 40-year-old woman. We do not know yet how those 3 people are doing, but Sarasota police say 2 of the 2 adults are in the hospital. The 10-year-old boy, however, is being airlifted to another hospital. We have a crew on the beach, and we will bring you any updates as we get them. And Rick Adams describing the windy conditions out there on the beach as that was going on earlier tonight. Now we check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for our first alert weather forecast. Bob.
And this photo just sent to us at pics@mysuncoast.com. This is what it looked like at Lido. Again, this was right around noon today. The waves and surf way up there, and they have been for the past few days now. I just got off the phone with Jeff, and he said this was taken right around noon, and you can see those wave heights. They're about 5 footers, and we are looking at the small craft advisories actually expiring right now, so the winds are starting to calm just a little bit, but not much. That sea state is still going to stay rather active with that west to southwest wind, and so the rip current advisories remain with us up and down the area beaches here. So if you're swimming or you plan on going out in the waters, make sure you do it where there is a guard on duty, and also do it with a friend as well. Dangerous rip currents patterns continue, as I said, through Tuesday evening. We are also looking for the possibility of more storms developing, pinwheeling around this area of low pressure, which has parked itself over the southeast United States, and it continues to send little pocket of energy our way, and we'll see one again, I think, later on tonight and tomorrow morning. Low moves out Wednesday, and eventually we'll get back into more of a normal pattern, I think, by late Wednesday and into Thursday and Friday. But there it is. There's the low with a lot of scattered showers and storms dancing through the Gulf of Mexico. We'll have more in the week's forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Debate has sparked over the controversial Stand Your Ground law after a man walked away with no charges after he shot and killed a father of 3 over a parking space in Clearwater. The Stand Your Ground law allows anyone in the state of Florida to fight violence with violence and defend themselves if they believe their life is in danger. However, one local criminal defense lawyer says he believes some police are not interpreting that law correctly.
I mean, if a guy pushes you in a parking lot and he just pushes you to the ground, that shouldn't give you the right to pull a gun out and kill the guy because you did not reasonably believe that you were about to be killed.
The local activist group Answer Suncoast says that they're pairing up with other organizations such as Black Lives Matter to circulate a petition and put together more protests against this law and the injustices they believe it creates with people of color.
2 state-of-the-art hospitals are planned for Venice in the next few years, but before breaking ground, Sarasota County will need to make changes that are not sitting well with some of the people living nearby. To build the Venice Regional Bayfront Hospital, they would need to rezone the property, and the 4,000 residents who live near it are hoping their voices will be heard. They are concerned not only that this giant hospital will be built in the middle of a residential neighborhood, but about the noise and pollution that may come with it. They also say traffic is another big problem on the 2 streets that lead to that hospital site. East Venice Avenue is only 2 lanes, and Jacaranda Boulevard already has a very busy roundabout.
We're not opposed to the hospital being in the area, and we're not opposed to development. It's not like we don't want anything going around here. That's why there was a comprehensive plan. The growth in this area warrants another hospital, no question. What I have to say is that I live in an area that's zoned a certain way, and now I'm looking at an 85-foot rather than a 35-foot structure at the end of my block.
The Sarasota County Planning Commission will be holding a public hearing for these proposed changes on August 2nd.
The Florida Highway Patrol wants to lower the number of pedestrian accidents happening in Manatee County. As a part of their new program called PEDS, they'll be teaching people about safety. The idea is to cut down the number of injuries and deaths through education and enforcement. Tomorrow, they'll be in West Bradenton on Cortez Road and 26th Street from 7 to 9 in the morning. FHP says this is an area that is prone to pedestrian and bicycle crashes.
Well, still to come here on your Suncoast News, the clock is ticking to get schools safe and ready, why Manatee County officials say they're not worried.
And we'll take you to the movie premiere of a very talented local who acted and produced in his very own film.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
It fell off the roof of my car.
It fell out of my backpack.
Oh, it fell off my grocery cart.
I tossed it to a really clumsy friend.
I tripped while jogging.
My 2-year-old had a temper tantrum.
It bounced down 2 flights of stairs.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
School security has been a hot topic across the country, and the deadline to have something done by the next school year here in Florida is quickly approaching.
Today, half of the Manatee County School District Guardians started their training. ABC7's Taylor Torregano was at the Manatee County Sheriff's Training Center this morning, and she tells us the district is not worried about beating the clock.
Just inside, the first 20 of 40 school guardians have just been given their firearms. I'm told from here they'll go to the shooting range in day one of what will be 144 hours of training.
So go ahead and open your box up and take your weapon out.
Day one, and the guardians have no time to waste brushing up on their skills with the 9mm pistol.
The majority of it is firearms training, precision pistol training, simulator training, doing active shooter training, and actually basic firearms proficiency training.
The district says more than 80% of these guardians are retired from a career in military or law enforcement.
And after retiring, I saw a greater need and a greater calling. And I feel that as far as a second career, there would be no more benefit and success to myself, and also to provide back to the community here in Manatee County as a resource officer.
It's why the district is so confident they'll be ready to go in just a little more than 3 short weeks.
Every one of these guardians during their interview were asked, did they have a problem putting their life on the line for children or for staff or for visitors, and each one answered they had no problem. That's what they're signing up for.
If everyone passes their precision firearms qualifications, each of these 20 guardians will be deployed to one of the 50 schools in the district. Then another group of 20 will begin the same training August 20th.
The next 3.5 weeks, we'll be training them either on live fire ranges or in schools to prepare them to be ready for their objective.
With a focus on active shooter training and how to eliminate the threat in case history repeats itself at one of Manatee County's schools.
When you hear danger and you see danger, you rush to it.
And the 144 hours of training is state mandated. It includes 80 hours of firearms instruction, 8 hours of active shooter education, and 12 hours of a diversity training program.
Sarasota police officers want your help packing the patrol car with school supplies, that is. School starts in less than a month, and teachers can use all the help that they can get. From now until Friday, August 10th, you can stop by the Sarasota Police Department on Adams Lane. The lobby will be open from 6 in the morning until 9 p.m. Last year, they collected more than 2,000 school supplies donated by the community. Officers are accepting school supplies for all ages and grade levels, including backpacks, pencils, pens, highlighters, and much more. For a full list of everything the schools do need, you can head over to our website and search for this story on mysuncoast.com.
New developments from the government to try and help the algae bloom problem, turning Florida waters green. Areas affected by the harmful algae bloom on Lake Okeechobee will be getting a cut from a $3 million grant from the Department of Environmental Protection. They released the grant today to help local governments clean up waterways affected by water that is discharged from Lake Okeechobee. And tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Bob Harrigan will be discussing that in Red Tide.
Yeah, basically the media angle of it, but we'll also have experts on who'll discuss what maybe we can do and what's been done in the past. You know, this red tide obviously cuts down on tourism big time, and that's what we make, you know, the state all about, right? I mean, that's what it's about. You know, I just talked to the research scientist who's a volunteer from Moat Marine, and I said that it's off the charts. He says, clarify, it's over 1 million parts per liter, so that's still very high. That's the highest category you can get off of Venice. So it's still around. It's still a problem. Hopefully it'll clear up soon, but we need that east wind to blow it all out, at least the effects of it. We're not going to see that for a while either. We saw a lot of wind this morning. Boy, this came heavy too. Braden Castle, Mindy Briggs says her and her family sit down to dinner and watch ABC7 all the time at 6 o'clock, and she saw some big winds rip apart her gazebo this morning. We had damage reported throughout Palmetto as some trees were down, power out to nearly 800 people there in Manatee County. Lakewood Ranch, different story. Not a drop of rain, really. It's been rather nice. Lots of sunshine today and high clouds streaming on by. So rain chances, although we're high, we didn't get any there. We're looking for a chance for some scattered storms this evening, especially after 8 o'clock as more energy starts to work its way in our direction. Do I think it's going to be as rough as we saw this morning over parts of Manatee County? Well, it's unlikely, although the Storm Prediction Center is giving us a marginal chance to see some strong cells move on through. So we'll have to keep an eye on that very closely, and we'll be watching it through the night. Make sure you have your ABC7 weather app handy as you go to bed, and set your alerts on too so you can get notified. You can see that rain now to the north of us in the Big Bend area near Cedar Key, and also stretching out into the Gulf of Mexico. There's another little piece right there that just kind of popped up, and that's kind of rotating around. It's going to take a while, so I don't think anything's going on here over the next couple of hours. You have any evening plans or errands to run, should not be a factor as far as any rough weather goes. Flood warning in effect. It's not flooding there now, but that's the Manatee River at the Mayak Head is expected to flood tomorrow by midday, and it looks like it will go over a flood stage, which is about 11.2. Now, the dry air is still kind of incorporated in this upper level low. You see it spinning right here, but all the moisture is still west of us. And with a west to southwest wind, the atmosphere is juiced up, and looks like the storms that do pop up could produce some locally heavy rainfall. This is the futurecast showing the rotating low pressure area continuing to just kind of sit there on Tuesday. Once in a while, showers and storms will work their way in from the Gulf, and not everyone's going to get the rain. Like we saw again in Sarasota this morning, didn't get much at all. But Manatee County and Palmetto and Bradenton saw some heavy storms move on through. So the futurecast will show periodic showers and a few isolated thunderstorms moving on into Tuesday. Even Wednesday morning, there's a chance for some showers along the coast in the morning. We'll start to get that focus of inland storms in the afternoon on Thursday and Friday. And then we get a reverse. We switch it around to the afternoon and evening storms coming back toward the west coast. 86 right now in Sarasota. It's 86 in Mayaca City. Northport a little warmer. 87 in Inglewood, and the water temperature now at 88 degrees. I mentioned that west wind. It will continue to pile that water up on area beaches, so swimmers beware. Rip current advisories will stay with us through Tuesday evening, hopefully subsiding somewhat on Wednesday. Currently, it's 86, the heat index, not bad because of the increased cloud cover, 92 degrees, that's what it feels like. The high today was 92, this morning's low was 76, a little bit above average there. We had 3,200ths of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, and again, there it is again. With our monthly total, just about an inch below average for the year, I should say. The monthly total now about an inch above average. Southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. We'll have 15 knot winds by midday. Seas will be running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. So here we go. Good chances for scattered storms over the next 7 days. High temperatures will be a little bit below average on Tuesday and Wednesday because of that low. And we'll see periods of showers and storms at any time, but some sunshine at times too. And then better chances for those late day storms to come back toward the coast from inland areas on Saturday and Sunday. Back to you.
All right, Bob.
A world where crime is foiled during its conception. Overpopulation's a thing of the past. The power to oversee everything.
Well, that was a snippet of a new feature film called The Watchman's Edict, making its debut tonight at the AMC 20 Theater in Bradenton.
The lead actor of that movie is from the Sun Coast. Even more impressive, he also wrote and directed the film. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live at all the festivities. Dwayne?
Well, Adam, Jacqueline, when we think of movie premieres or red carpet events, we often think of Hollywood, New York City, even the Sarasota Film Fest. But I got to tell you guys, the city of Bradenton is stepping up their game, and it's all leading to this guy, Mr. Troy Williams, who is the producer and director of this film.
Yes.
Congratulations on the film, first of all.
Thank you, thank you.
Let me ask you, what is this film all about?
So it's basically a government conspiracy film. It's about Congress trying to strengthen national security is the way they're, leading it on. But basically what they're really wanting to do is implant U.S. citizens with microchips. That's basically phase 3 of the bill. And I play the lead role of the investigative reporter, and my specialty is government conspiracy, so now I'm trying to bring them down, and now they're coming after me. Right?
Now, Troy, what is the inspiration of this film? I got to ask you, you're a Bradenton resident. Did that play a part, the city of Bradenton play a part in making this movie, or what's the inspiration altogether?
The inspiration for me is just we live by the code, just a kid from 941. So I've always had big dreams to be an actor, be something, make it something to where I can bring back to the city. So me being an actor, this is what this is all about, and bringing this back to my hometown.
Troy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck on the film.
Thank you.
So this is at AMC 20 in Bradenton. The film starts at 7 o'clock. So if you want to come check out the film, come out. Film starts at 7 o'clock. See you there. Guys, back to you.
All right, you got just a few minutes.
I know, still some time to get out there. Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll show you some of this season's first sea turtle hatchlings.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Finally tonight, take a look at this video shared online by the Anna Maria Island Chamber of Commerce. Those are all sea turtle hatchlings. The chamber adding, it's moments like this that would not be possible without residents remembering to turn their lights off as part of their ongoing Lights Out AMI movement to help sea turtle breeding on the Suncoast beaches. What a spectacular sight this morning.
Certainly.
Rarely get to see that in the daylight. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is
Certainly
nice.
something to put a smile on your face.
Absolutely. You know, the opposite of that is I talked to Captain Scott Moore, who's down in Boca Grande right now, and he called me up and said he's seen dead turtles, unfortunately, as a result of the red tide, which is extreme down there right now in Boca Grande area. Yeah. So not to leave you on a bad note, but we're looking pretty good for this evening as far as the weather goes for the next several hours. You can get out there and look at the sunset. Should be nice. Maybe after 9 o'clock, some showers and storms scattered about.
Excellent. Well, World News Tonight with David Muir is next, and we'll see you again at 11. Good night.